Duchess, you already come back from Croatia. What can you tell me about this trip you had for Ukraine?
Well, yeah, we went. I went to Croatia in order to hear more about how we can support the refugees coming over through education with Montessori group, so that we can inspire children that it's not, to learn that there's hope, and to try and break the terrible fear that went from war. And so I went to really go with Montessori group to see the mayor of Zagreb, and then I went into Vukovar, because I went to Vukovar to show people that you could actually rebuild. They rebuilt that city, and I want the Ukrainian people to realize that we can rebuild. I don't want people to lose hope.
In 2009, you worked with the late Jean-Marc Vallée for the young Victoria. I would like to know...
Oh my gosh, I know, so sad. I adore Jean-Marc Vallée. I adore Jean-Marc Vallée.
He was a genius.
Genius, and what he did for the young Victoria was seriously genius.
And why you were so fascinated by this woman?
Well, I think that around that period, women had no rights. Still have. You have to fight for your rights even now. But it was very interesting. They put a woman on the throne of England who was a woman, and yet there were many women who were struggling to have their voice in that period. And I feel very strongly that it was fascinating to learn more about it. I wrote 2 history books on Victoria and Albert, and then I made the film.
You just co-founded an independent production house,
Yes.
Vestafol Films.
Yeah, Vestafol Films.
I would like to know if you already are working on some project, and
Yes.
what are you looking for?
Yes, it's very exciting. I like that it's set up in Paris. I like Canal Plus. I think Canal Plus is a great organization. And I like the way Cyril, one of our founders, is very interested in French films, and I like that. I think it's good to be diversified. And I'm certainly bringing my next film to them, which will be about Prince Albert, but what his extraordinary achievements are to Britain.
Which are the movies you grew up with, the movies that shaped you during your teenage years?
Goodness, I can't remember, I'm so old. I would think it was very much history. It must have been a lot of history films. It must have been Braveheart, and it must have been those sort of films, because I seem to be really fascinated in history.
May I ask you if you saw The Crown or Pablo Larraín Spencer, and if yes, what do you think about it?
The Crown.
The Crown, and maybe also Spencer by Pablo Larraín.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I find anybody that can bring great, beautiful cinematography to the stage, to really get people to really look at film and really tell a story is a huge, huge success. And so, anyone that can do that, whether it's Andy Harris or the Panther, I think deserves a lot of respect and admiration and inspiration, and they are legends.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
It's
you
been
very
a pleasure.
much.
Thank you.